What is up, you guys? New name, Only Jesus Saves. So, Only Jesus Saves. True. Now, why is my TV... I thought my TV was on this side in my other videos when I was facing it this way, but I guess not. It's kind of weird. Anyways, as you can see in the title of the video, what if today was the last day before Jesus returned to earth? What if today was the last day? Our last day. We would not know that it's our last day. If it was, because, sorry, I'm saving my videos to my computer. We would not know if today was the day that Jesus came back to take us to heaven. Because the Bible does say that nobody knows the day nor hour, but only the Father in heaven. So, sorry. I don't know why it is. I yawn all the time when I record this video in this spot. Like the other two times I've recorded this, I've recorded videos in this same location. In this same location, I'll show you. This same exact location. This is my whole living room. That's my bathroom, staircase, candles going, bookcase, shelves, TV back there, couch. Now, it does not look like this, obviously. It's the other way around in person. The camera is just facing the stuff backwards. It would look cool, though, however, if this really was how it looked in real life. But I'm sure I would get bored of it, like, really fast. But as you can see, I'm working on my videos. But if today was the last day, nobody would know. But if we knew, we would all be really happy and excited and impatient for the second that he comes this day, if today was the day, and if we knew. We don't know, but I'm saying if we did. But, if only Christians knew. And then us Christians would still be seeing everybody around the world just sinning, thieving, like stealing, getting drunk, watching porn, fornicating, doing drugs, selling drugs, murdering, killing, raping, child molesting, child murdering. You know, if we knew today was the last day, that would not change anything around the world for the people, what the people are who are unsaved that are doing. That wouldn't change their actions. It would still be sad to see that the unsaved again, you guys, I do not know why I yawn every time I'm... Anyways, so that would not change a difference. That wouldn't make it. It would not make a difference whatsoever if today was the last day. Even if we knew and we were going around telling people Jesus is coming back today. We don't know, but I'm saying if we did, if we went around telling people that today's the last day, guess what? People would be telling you, I don't care. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I don't believe God exists. Other people would say, I don't believe that Jesus Christ is the only way. I don't, I don't believe that, I don't believe Jesus Christ is the only way. I feel like I'm a good person to go to heaven, so when he comes back today, I'm going to go, even though I'm not saved. So people are going to be saying that to Christians who go around led by the Holy Spirit, telling people to get saved. People would be telling that to people still. We don't know. Nobody knows the day nor hour, but I'm saying if we did. Just making an example of what would happen if we did know. So, nothing would change. Everybody would still be acting the same. The world would still be chaos. Chaosing around, you know? People will still being like, oh, I'm good enough to go to heaven, and then they just get drunk and start watching porn. Or people get drunk and then start fornicating, doing drugs, selling, you know, the same bullcrap stuff that people are doing in the world right now would still be going on. And Jesus would come back and he would not be happy. He would not be happy seeing the world as it is, even though that they know that people, that true Christians are going around telling the unsaved that he's coming back today. That he's going to be, Jesus Christ would be so heartbroken, so disappointed, and so angry at the people who still do stupid stuff, even when they've been told that he's coming back that day. You know, that the day Jesus comes back, I mean, people have rapture dreams, and they actually have said that they saw Jesus' face, and he was not happy with the world at all. He was not happy to how the world became ever since he left. And he was not happy whatsoever. And of course, he's not happy with the world. He's definitely not happy with how the world is going. Yeah, God, do you really think God loves sitting up on his throne right now as I speak, holding the world in his hands? God the Father, holding the world in his hands, sitting on his throne, just looking down at us human beings that he gave free will to, seeing us murdering each other, seeing us raping each other, seeing us getting drunk, doing drugs, selling weapons, making money against God. You know, people who don't care about making money against God, that lying about, like, maybe like Bill Weiss, like making up near-death experiences and seeing the afterlife, or that God gave me this vision or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's all a lie, and they're making like millions of dollars from it, making money against God. Do you really think he likes looking at that stuff going on? Absolutely not. He is completely heartbroken. I'm sure he's crying. I don't know if God the Father has tears or not, but I know for sure that he can feel sadness. So he can definitely feel sadness. So if he can feel sadness, then that right there is proof that he does not like seeing what's going on in the world. Obviously, he's perfect. He's the opposite of evil. He's righteous. He's perfect. He's holy. Evil is everything that perfect is not. Evil is everything that holy is not. Evil is everything that God is not. So, when God is sitting up on his throne, watching the Christians down here, going around telling the unsaved that Jesus is coming back today, again, as an example only. Nobody truly knows the day nor hour that he comes back, but this is an example only. God the Father, seeing Christians walking around led by his Spirit, showing people the way to salvation, telling them that Jesus is coming back today. The people would still be doing the same exact stuff. The same exact stuff. You know, it's just, I mean, there's no words to describe how pathetic that is. That people who there are going to be some people who believe with all their heart that when a true Christian says Jesus is coming back, that they will actually believe it with all their heart, but they still choose to reject Jesus as the only way to salvation. They still choose to reject the only way to get saved because they trust so much in their own works, in their own ways, that they believe with all their heart that since they've never murdered anybody, sure, they sin here and there, blah, 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 get drunk here or there, do drugs here and there, that they're good enough to go to heaven, even though they've never had their sins washed away and forgiven by the blood of Christ. And so, yeah, I mean, several, like last year, sometime last year, I actually had a rapture dream. And I can't really remember about it now, but somebody actually commented on it a few days ago. And I'll try to find the video and I'll post the link in the description of this video. Millions and billions got left behind in the rapture because they trust so fiercely in their own works that they're good enough to get to heaven. Only 2 people out of millions, even could have been billions, got saved. Only 2 people got saved, and the other people got left behind. And they knew that Jesus was here. They knew because they could see people vanishing. They saw people flying, like vanished from this world at such a very high speed. They knew exactly what was going on. They knew that the rapture was taking place. They knew it was not aliens sucking the people into the sky. They knew it was Jesus, but they still chose to reject him because they thought they were good enough. And they saw that they got left behind, but they said to themselves that they're still good people. So, like, even after the rapture takes place, that they'll still go to heaven. I can't really remember the dream. I will have to rewatch my video again, but it's definitely like that. It's definitely very, very, I'm knocking on the very, very, very surface of, edge of the surface of what I was describing, of what was happening in the rapture dream that I actually had. Why did millions/billions get left behind? Because people trust in their own beliefs. People trust in their own works to get saved. They think they're good enough to get to heaven, even though they've never murdered anybody. They don't know that one lie is just as bad as murder, or stealing something is just as bad as murder, because God says, if you break one of my commandments, you're guilty of breaking them all. And one of the commandments is thou shalt not kill. And another commandment is thou shalt not steal. So if you steal, and if you break all the commandments after just breaking one, if you're guilty of breaking them all, guess what? You've already murdered. You've already broken every commandment. All. And if you hate somebody, 1 John something, if you hate somebody, if you have hate in your heart for people, then you're a murderer. Even though you've never physically taken the life of somebody. Hatred is murder. You've already committed murder in your heart, and no murderer shall enter the kingdom of heaven. So, and if somebody's truly born again, you would not murder anybody. You would not ever hate anybody. I cannot hate. My heart is so pure and righteous, or not right. Well, my heart is so pure and sweet and soft, that I care so deeply about people. I can't hate anybody. Not even before I got saved, I couldn't hate anybody. Sure, I dislike people, but hate is going way beyond disliking somebody. Hate is to where you can't forgive anybody. I forgive everybody who's wronged me. All the friends who faked their friendship for me and hurt me. The people the guys that robbed me. I forgive everybody. And if I hated somebody, I would not have a forgiving heart. and my heart is forgiving. So that's proof that I'm born again. And still, even before I got saved, my heart was still very gentle, you know. But there was evidence before I got saved that I was unsaved. Like, I didn't pray. I didn't want anything to do with God because I didn't know 100% that God even existed until after I got saved. So there was evidence that I was unsaved, not just but yeah, but that rapture dream that I had last year, a lot of people, like millions up to billions of people got left behind. They got left. They knew what was happening. They saw people vanishing into thin air. They knew exactly what was happening, and they still chose to reject Jesus. That's insanity. That is completely insane. You know exactly that. I don't even know what's more insane than that. Even murdering somebody in cold blood physically, taking somebody's life, I don't think is as insane as seeing Jesus Christ in the clouds, rapturing people out of the earth, and still you know exactly what's going on, and you still choose to reject Jesus Christ. That's your only chance, but you still choose to reject him because you think that you're a good enough person to get to heaven. So I hope you guys enjoy this video as always, and I will let you go.